Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. They continue to rule very well. And Shalom to the whole elect that's continually plowing in this truth, that's giving all diligence and all faith, true sincerity, and doing his work. Now, this video is going to be an intro to a two-part series that's going to be entitled The Light Bearers. All right, and this is going to the into the controversy that's going on right now concerning Christianity and what the Bible actually says. All right, because we here at Great Millstone, started with the Apostle Elders on down. We already know why they come up with basically coming against us and things of that nature. But really, they don't understand that they're going against the Most High. All right, because the scriptures are the words of the Most High. All right, and what they push out, the doctrines that they push towards the people, are not scriptural, or they're not according to the Bible. And one example in particular, which is this video or this series is based off of, is concerning Lucifer. All right, and that cunningly devised fable that goes all the way back to the Roman Catholic Church, or going back to the so-called Holy Roman Empire. The fable where it speaks about Lucifer, who was a commander in the Lord's army, and he got proud and rebelled against him, and the Most High cast him down to the depths of the earth, in which these people believe there's a such thing as hell, in which that's nowhere found in the Bible. All right, there's nowhere found in the Bible where there's a place of eternal burning. There's a man in a red jumpsuit and with a pitchfork or a trident, poking people down there. There's nowhere in the scripture where it speaks about that, man. All right. That doctrine about hell really goes back to the Roman Catholic Church. All right. Because see, that's why you got to go into words, man. Because the words, that word hell and the word Lucifer and all different types of words in the scriptures, like Satan, words like that. If you go into the definition of those words, into the original language, you'll find out what they really mean, man. Instead of following behind some pork chop eating pastor that tells you what he thinks is in the Bible. Because for one thing, they don't have no understanding. All right. Now, in particular, the word Lucifer goes to the word light bearer. All right. Because you have to understand that when it means by light bearer, you have the light bearer on the left hand side and you have the light bearer on the right hand side. Because the Most High deals with balance, man. There's no false balance with the Most High, in which the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh and His Son's name Yahushai. There's no false balance with Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right. He created good and He created evil. All right. He created righteousness and He created wickedness. He created a right hand side and He created a left hand side. All right. And if you can receive it, Satan does the bidding of the Most High. Once again, like I was saying before, the Most High created both sides. All right. And you have to think too, man. It's common knowledge, man. You have to think for a second. The Most High that created everything, that created a right hand side and a left hand side. You think that He gave the left hand side so much power that they'll be able to trump the Most High? Think about it. All right. Now, just go ahead and get into the scriptures. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, And this is verse 1. It says, a false balance is abomination to the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, but a just weight is his delight. All right, so there it is, man. It said a false balance is an abomination to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man, but a just weight is his delight. All right. Because the Lord is balanced, man. He deals with the right hand side and the left hand side. He deals with righteousness and wickedness. All right, the good and the bad. All right, and there's Proverbs chapter 16, verse 11. It says, a just weight and balance are the Lord's, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All the weights of the bag are his work. All right, so it says right there, man, all the weights of the bag are his work. The right hand side and the left hand side. All right, those are his work. All right, and he can do with his work whatever he wants to do. All right, to command him to do what he wants them to do. All right, Proverbs chapter 20, verse 23. It said, diverse weights are an abomination unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and a false balance is not good. All right, so there it is, man. The Lord is well balanced. So you got to have a right hand side, you got to have a left hand side. All right, you got to have a light bearer that's on the left hand side and a light bearer that's on the right hand side. All right, let's go ahead and get Isaiah chapter 14, where scriptures is speaking about Lucifer. All right, now this is the book of Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? All right, so in that same verse is a cut to these so-called Christians, man. Because it said the last part of this verse where it says, which didst weaken the nations. All right, so you have to look at the scripture and say, well, who's weakening the nations today? All right, now if you go into the word Lucifer, right, it's Ha-Yalal, right, or Ha-Yalal, which means light bearer. All right, so there it is, man. It's right there. The very first definition is light bearer. All right, and if you read on Isaiah chapter 14, verse 13, now it says, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit up also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. All right, so where is that, man? The sides of the north. It's talking about North America, man. All right, it says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. All right, so this is where these so-called Christians get that idea of Lucifer rebelling against the Most High. Like it's a spiritual angel that rebelled against the Most High and got cast down. All right, verse 15 says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. See, that's where they get that from. All right, but like I said before, they don't understand what the scripture is talking about. All right, like I said before, you go to the word hell, you find out what that means. All right, verse 16 it says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee. Wait a second, I thought Lucifer was presiding over the domain of hell for people to burn continually. So how these people are going to burn continually at the same time, look at them and consider? All right, I thought they're supposed to be suffering. All right, saying, is this the man that made the earth? Oh, wait a second. I thought Lucifer was a spiritual demon, a spiritual angel. Why is it saying, is this the man? All right, I'm gonna read it again. It says, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? All right, so that's not happening in hell, man. All right, that's why it says, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? All right, now that's actually happening right now. It said, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and that's talking about us that's here today. We're narrowly looking upon them and saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Now, the man that's talking about is talking about Esau. All right, Edom, which is the so-called white man. Because the so-called white man did shake kingdoms. All right. And he made the earth to tremble. All right. That happened back during the Greek Empire, the Roman Empire, and it's happening again in the new Rome that we're in. All right. Now let's get that word hell in verse 15. All right. So it means Sha'aral, right? And this is where you get that old mythology about the underworld, like they put right here. All right. It says, so you go continually down. It means the grave, like it says right here. You got the word grave, and it means the pit. All right. Go down. It says grave, hell, pit. All right. So there it is, man. That's all it means. It means the grave, the hell, or pit. All right. Or it means the grave or the pit. Salakia. All right. And really, if you go into the word hell, where it means the grave or the pit, it's also means being in a lower state. All right. Because there's a saying that goes that a white man's heaven is a black man's hell, and a black man's heaven is a white man's hell. All right. So, actually, let me grab another precept that backs that one up, and I'm going to close it on out. Now, this is the book of Amos, chapter 9, and verse 2. It says, though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. So wait a second. Hold on. So how are they able to dig into hell? How can you do that? I thought it was a spiritual place of eternal burning after you die. All right. No, man. It means the grave or the pit. So when you dig into hell, actually you're digging into the ground, man, which is either a pit or a grave. All right. Even today, man, when you have a funeral, you go to a funeral and, somebody's loved one being put into the ground. That's the grave, man. All right. And it says, thence shall my hand take them, though they climb up to heaven. There's another one. Though they climb up to heaven. All right. So, heaven, it has different definitions to that word heaven, man. It doesn't always mean the place where you see your grandma, or you see little babies with wings flying around. No, man. All right. Heaven can either mean the spiritual world, it can mean the skies, or it can mean a place of pleasure. All right, or a place of rest. Salakia. So in this instance, this is where it speaks about though they climb up to heaven. This time, this is talking about actually climbing up or going up into the skies, man. It really is talking about Esau, all right? Because they have their own space stations set up to where they think they can escape the destruction. But like it says right here, though they climb up to heaven, this will I bring them down, because the Lord's going to bring them down, man. We're going to take them out of the places that they made for themselves to escape the destruction, and we're going to take them into slavery. All right, like it says in the scriptures. All right. But that's pretty much it on that, man. Like I said before, this is the intro to the two-part series, in which I already, I kind of digged into the first part of the series, which I didn't mean to do, but that's the spirit, and that's how the spirit works. But Lord willing, Yakin was edified with this video. And until next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that continue to live very well, and all peace and safety to the hopefully elect that's continually laboring in this truth, this faith, giving all faith, truth, sincerity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.